Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Washington Nationals going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
Your New York Mets.
And towing the slab in this one, David Peterson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. That one drilled left field. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Curtis Mead digging in for the Nationals. And there's one away.
Batting third.
As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Man at second. Sliced hard but foul. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. Man on second, 2 down. And a strike in there. The 1-2. This one in the air, center field. And that's the third out. So they work around the leadoff double. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound in this one, Cade Cavalli. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam, so we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Bo Bichette up now for the Mets.
Here this afternoon, third baseman, number 19, Bo Bichette.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. Here's a Mets lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, left fielder, M.J.
And next for the Mets, M.J. Melendez. What a stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back here at Citi Field, second inning set to go. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Line drive. Jumps, but it's off his glove. The throw is still in time, and they do get the out.
Left fielder, Dalen Lyle.
Dalen Lyle getting ready to hit. One now. And he grounds one to the right side. Throws to first. That's the second out.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Yeah, the batter now, Joey Wiemer.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
2 down, nobody on. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting eighth, second baseman, Nasim Nunez.
Stepping in, Nasim Nunez. Chop back up the middle. Simeon slings to first. That's the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Queens, here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. The count 2-1. Got him to chase one upstairs there.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Here's a 2-2. Ripped on a line.
No,
and
that's foul.
Foul ball. Got him swinging.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Ball.
Foul ball there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting seven, right
So 2 down, and up next for New York, Carson Benj. The 1-1. In the dirt, the throw into second, save! Wild pitch, and into second moves the go-ahead run.
Gonna have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Man at second. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Marcus Semien in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Three 1 now. Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
2 outs, runner on first. Here is Marcus Semien. Runner takes off. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Squirts away a little bit. Two now. Semien waits. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Cut off, throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
So 2 on with 2 away. Ronnie Mauricio digs in now, and a 1-1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
The 2-1. That one ripped, but foul. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Struck him out looking. Good job at damage control right there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
On to the third inning, and it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. Looking to get the tying run on base. Nice grab. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Nationals, the designated hitter, James Wood.
Now here is James Wood.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Craig Kimbrell, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Edwards getting cranked up as well. Oh, he gloves it to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
Next to hit, Curtis Mead. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3. Nationals go quietly. They still trail 1-0. as we go
Leading off
to the last
for the
of the
Mets,
third. Here's the
third
Mets leadoff
baseman,
man, Bo Bichette. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
On a line, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
MJ Melendez up now for the Mets. Just off the inside edge. And a 3-1 on the way. Hit hard but foul off to the left. That's to third. House. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 1 and the Nationals nothing. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Back here at Citi Field as we go to the top of the 4th. Brady House digging in for the Nationals.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
And the tying run is on base.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
2-1 now. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double.
They're cooking with gas, Boog. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. Looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. David Peterson gives way, gave him a good effort as he exits with a lead. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Craig Kimbrell.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Young. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Line to right, base hit. One runs in, fires it to the plate. Tag, safe. It's 2-1.
Comes through to drive in a pair and give them the lead. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Dalen Lyle digging, runner on the move, in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Young leads off second with nobody out. That one fouled off. Kimbrell, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results and a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. Right side, Beatty. He steps on the bag. That's the first out in the top of the fourth.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
So up next, Joey Wiemer. Still only one out here in the inning. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Here's the second baseman, Nasim Nunez.
Oh.
2-1 now. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs with a runner at third. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Nationals 2 and the Mets 1. Back here in Queens, here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez.
No!
Activity in the Washington bullpen. Finley Coffey, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Parker also getting ready. Liner to second and picked on the hop. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Cade Cavalli done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the
Andre
Starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The 3-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That one 95 to finish him off. Here's the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
2 down, nobody on. Check swing, and he went. Now 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. 1-2 now. Up the middle. Got him on the off-balance throw. That ends the inning. Mets go down quickly, and our score remains 2-1. Back here at Citi Field, we go to the top of the fifth. Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. Here's a 1-1. In the air to left center. Mauricio gets under it. And there's 1 down.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the DH, James Wood.
Ball.
The 2-1. Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Nationals, first baseman Curtis Mead.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Craig Kimbrell done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Brooks Raley.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Two down, bases empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Curtis Mead. The 1-1.
Ball.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for Washington, third baseman
Brady House digging in for the Nationals. The 1-1. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He circles the bases, and they add to their lead. It's 4-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
So 2 down. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, C.J. Abrams.
That's a ball.
Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That ends the frame.
Now pitching for the
Back now,
Nationals,
and
number
on the
7,
mound, the closer, Finley Coffey. A chance at his first save of the year. Carson Bench getting ready to hit.
Right fielder, Carson Bench.
That one almost got him.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Rolled slowly to first. Mead steps on the bag, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
For the Mets, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
Now it's Marcus Semien. The 1-1.
Ball.
Just
No,
missed.
that's a ball.
Got to be down in the zone with that two-seamer if you're gonna be effective with it.
right through there for a strike.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Young on the move to the alley. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio.
So last chance for the Mets. Ronnie Mauricio now. The 3-1. They're down to their final strike. Mauricio wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Popped up. So now back to the top of the order. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic
Up
double.
next for the Mets, third baseman, Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. That clips the zone, and the count is 2-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Makes the catch, ball game, and the Nationals claim the win here behind some